Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Gamers Podcast. I'm filming this at currently 12 o'clock. It just turned 12 o'clock a.m. Sunday, the day that this video is going to come out. I just wanted to put that out there. I really don't know why, but, yeah, I'm energetic this morning, if you will. Yeah, but, that. And we are on a streak here with the Gamers Podcast. Like, we had a few come out every week. We have a few, in the past few weeks we have had an episode coming out. And that's really because I have a lot of ideas for it. I have a lot of topics I want to talk about. So, while the streak is hot, I have a lot of ideas. So we'll see probably a few more Gamers Podcasts, coming out in the coming weeks. Because I really have a lot of ideas for another podcast. So today, one of those ideas is I'm just going to talk about Red Dead Redemption, the Red Dead Redemption series, and why it's the best, and there won't be any other Western games or Western themed games like that. Now, I just sit here in my chair and talk about games. I don't really know, it's all opinion based. I don't really, you guys can think the Red Dead series is the worst games ever made, and that's okay. That's in my opinion, or that's your opinion. But the Red Dead series is the best series, and there won't be another game like it, and I'll explain why with a few reasons. But this is all opinion based. You guys can have a different opinion, but maybe you guys can relate to this and have the same opinion as me. So, Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. There's 3 games technically. There's the second one that just released a few years ago, and then there's the first one that released in 2010, I believe. And then there's the DLC. I don't really count it as a game, but there's a DLC, Undead Nightmare, but we're not really going to be talking about Undead Nightmare. Only the base game of Red Dead 1 and the second one, Red Dead 2. So I'm going to list 5 reasons for each game for Red Dead 1, 5 reasons on why I think it's the best, and why there won't be other West game, Wild West game like it, and 5 reasons for Red Dead 2, and why there won't be a game like Red Dead 2. Now, I'm not talking about the game itself. I'm talking about the genre, which is like kind of Western kind of themed. There could be other games, the kind of gameplay mechanics, but I'm talking about like the genre, which is Wild West. I don't think there will be another Wild West series of games quite like Red Dead Redemption. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So let's just start off here. These are my first 5 reasons why I think the first Red Dead is really good. So reason number 1, the gameplay. It's really, you had Red Dead Revolver back in the day, long time ago. So you had Red Dead Revolver, which I guess it's part of the Red Dead series, kind of, but I really only count the first 2 games that we're talking about here in today's podcast. So the gameplay, it's really, and I've played the game, and it's probably one of my most favorite 2 games of all time. It's up there. And, so the gameplay is really good. The how you shoot, like, the shooting mechanics of it, and just how you run around, like, obviously, it's kind of like GTA. Like, I have some GTA gameplay here, so it's kind of like GTA. Obviously, it's all made by Rockstar Games, but, the everything is, good. Like, the gameplay mechanics, I like the shooting, how you shoot people and different things, and the hunting, and then that's another thing we're going to talk about here. This is actually reason number 2. Just another reasons, the hunting. You could hunt game, different kinds of animals, and you could sell it to butchers, I think, or no, I think that's in the second game. You could sell it to the general store in the first game, and that really brings it all together. You could hunt, you could do anything you want really in the game. It's a very open world. You could become an outlaw. I think you're able to rob trains. I think that's in the second game, which we'll talk about that later, but you're able to rob people, you're able to become an outlaw, basically. You could choose your path, and that's with the honor. So we're moving on to the second reasons here. The honor system, you could choose rather to be a real good guy and help everybody and kind of be friends with the law, or you can be a ruthless killer and just kill everybody, or you could just be kind of like you could go hunting and different areas. You could hunt bears. There's like plenty of animals that you could hunt, deer and whatnot. So I think that's really cool. And I don't think other games can really achieve what Rockstar has. And I know Rockstar is in a really sucky place right now, but just them personally, like, I don't think any other game developer can achieve what Rockstar has with this Red Dead series. And the third reason of why Red Dead's really good is the story. Now this could be said for Red Dead 2 as well. So I'm going to count this reason for Red Dead 1 and 2 because it ties in obviously with the story. The story's good. You're John Marston. You're trying to escape your criminal ways, but the government always, comes back and finds you and forces you to kill your remaining gang members. And, I don't think you can, in my opinion, I don't think you could ask for a better story like that. It's really, really good. And then it's like you meet a lot of people on the way. You meet, Bonnie. You meet, the law. I forget his name, but you can meet the sheriff guy, and and a lot of people write you. I don't know if that's a word, but a lot of people do you right and keep on their promise. And you meet people like Irish, for example. Irish is a drunk Irish man. He got you a machine gun, but doesn't even have any ammo. So my point is that in the story, a lot of people do right by John and keep on their word, and a lot of people do wrong. And there is a spoiler for this, a few spoilers in this, episode. So for Red Dead. So if you haven't played it yet, make sure to not watch it. But the Mexican government does you wrong. Even the American government does you wrong, in a way. As John. But yeah, a lot of people in the story, they do right by you and they wrong you in a way. So that's fourth reason storytelling. Or no, that's the third reason storytelling. Fourth reason is the horse. Well, not just a horse, but how you ride a horse. Like a horse, you could ride a horse. You could get your own horse. I think you could buy a bunch of deeds to horses at the general store. So you could get, I really like that. You could get a fast horse. You could get a really slow horse, and we'll talk about more of that about the second Red Dead. So, and then the fifth reason is the gun. Now we already kind of talked about the guns, but I'm going to talk about it more. The gun, there's tons of different guns, millions. Not millions, but there's tons of different guns you can choose from, bolt action rifle and all that, and different guns are, they obviously work different on, how you shoot them. So, but yeah, just the guns. I like all the guns of the game. It's really good. So yeah, that's 5 reasons why I think Red Dead 1 is a really good game and why there won't be another game like it in the Wild West genre. Now, Red Dead 2, we're going to move on to that. Red Dead 2 is completely way more open world. And reason number 1 will be the scenery. You could go on the top of a mountain and look out at the mountains and the woods and everything. There's so much in everything. Right now, this GTA gameplay, you can look out at the city and that's really beautiful, but it's actually really more beautiful in Red Dead. You can just go on the top of a mountain and look out, and that's really cool. I think the scenery is really nice. Or you could go in the big city. It's really showing how technology, well, not technology, but really it's 1899, Wild West is dying, and Wild West era is dying, and more cities are coming in. You could go to the city and everything, or you could go to real country, country areas and stuff. And then the second reason is the wildlife. We talked about the wildlife and about Red Dead 1, but I'm going to talk about the collection of wildlife, because you have a lot more wildlife than in the first one. There's bears, there's tigers, not tigers, there's everything. There's dogs in the world, there's different horses. Now, what I like about it, different horses are meant for different ways, different purposes. You could get a work horse and it'll carry around your hunting stuff, really good. You could get a really fast horse and it'll go really fast. A other horse, just a regular horse, won't carry. You could still put your animals on it, but it won't carry as much as, it won't carry as much as a workhorse would, because that's what workhorse is meant for. So you could pick up bounties. In the first game, you could pick up bounties and everything. But what that moves me to my third thing is the activities. My third reason is the activities. There's a lot of activities in Red Dead 1, and there's a way lot more in Red Dead 2. You could help people along the way. Events just unfold all the time. You could walk by somebody needing help, and really, really nice. You could be a good guy and just help people, kind of like the honor in the first game. There's honor in the second game too, so you can be a good guy and help people, or you could be a bad guy and just kill everybody. And then the fourth reason, another thing, is Deadeye. Now this reason goes for 2 games. Deadeye was expanded upon in the second one, and the Deadeye mechanic makes shooting really good. It makes shooting so good, and so immersive. Like, you slow down time. It's kind of like in GTA. It's kind of like Michael's special ability, but like it's better, obviously. You slow down time. You get to mark your targets, so it really gives you time to plan out like who you want to shoot, really. So that's really nice. Yeah, that's a really nice touch. And then last reason, there's a lot of other reasons like why Red Dead is the best, but I picked 5 reasons for both games. Why I really enjoy both games, kind of what I enjoy. But yeah, this is my 5th reason. The 5th reason is really the people that you meet. And it's not really, I was talking about the people you meet in the story of Red Dead 1, but I'm talking about NPCs, like in Van Horn, for example. Van Horn is a spot in the game. In Van Horn, if you go, you'll meet a bunch of gang members, and they won't be the nicest to you. Like, kind of like when you go to Grove Street in GTA. Like, they won't be the nicest to you, and, you know, even if you try to say, you know, and the greet and antagonize, like, when you get to talk to people, it's really, you could greet them, but they'll still be mean to you. And, you know, I just think that that's cool. Like, different areas, and, like, different people, or, you know, people are different is what I'm talking about. Like, it's not just a generic NPC. If you say hi to somebody in Van Horn, they might not really say hi, say hi back in a nice way. They might just say screw off or whatever. And that's a very little detail, but it's a detail I look at as a fan and I appreciate because, like, it's not just generic NPCs. You meet different people all over the world, and, you know, it's very interesting. It really differentizes everything. So, and those are 10 reasons, and all adds up to 10 reasons. These are 10 reasons why I think the Red Dead series is the best series, and why I don't think another game developer can ever, you know, best it. In the genre of the Wild West is, you know what I mean. The genre Wild West, and what do you think of whenever you think of Wild West games? Red Dead series. So I don't think there will ever be another game series in the Wild West genre like Red Dead. So, and, you know, like I said, everybody has a different opinion. My opinion is I don't think there can be a different, you know, better game than Red Dead, the Wild West genre than Red Dead series. But you guys can think the first two Red Dead series, first two Red Deads sucked, but I don't think they do. But comment below what you think, you know, if you agree with me here, or if you just think it sucks and you don't like the Red Dead series. But we're here to scramble it up a bit, you know. That's what the podcast is all about, you know. Talk about different topics and whatnot, and, you know, get those brains thinking. So yeah, but that's it for today's podcast. Like I said, I have a lot more ideas for future podcasts, so make sure to stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe for more content, like the video, all that good stuff. Discord, Twitch, Instagram, link in the description. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's podcast, and I'll see you guys in the next video.